literally everything that's bad with the Western gaming industry has been stuffed down in this one game. Like, if I had the time machine and I could go back 5 years in the past and show gamers, it's like, look, this is where the industry is going, I would choose this game in order to do it. I don't even know where to begin. Everything is wrong with it, right? So from the first fact, instead of making a new IP, instead of creating something new, they gotta take Star Wars. Like, they do not have the confidence that they can make an original game. So they're basically trying to get the fans of Star Wars to purchase this just because it's Star Wars. This is like sin number one. This is like the first red flag. In 2024, every single time I see that they're taking an IP that already exists, it's already a red flag. The second, the price. Look at this. Look at this insanity, right? $100. What do you get? 3 days early access. Like, the game already exists, but if you pay $100, they will allow you to play it 3 days early. So you probably can beta test it for them. Because I've seen other games do this. I think it was Suicide Squad. You also got like an early access if you played it. And what ended up happening was that it wasn't functioning properly. So I guess you're really happy with that purchase. And this thing is becoming industry standard now. Like, they will ask you for extra money, just a little bit extra, usually like $30, in order to play the game earlier. And the thing is, if it's a single player game, it doesn't really matter. But if it's a competitive game, like for instance, if they did this with something like Diablo, well, a lot of people who are competitive in nature, they will must purchase the early edition so that they can get a head start. It's a disgusting business practice. It doesn't bring anything to the consumer, and it just like uses predatory practices in order to get gamers to cough up more cash. At this level, unironically, I respect gacha games more than I respect AAA. You know, at least with a gacha game, it's free to play, so if you don't link your credit card, you don't pay anything extra. But with AAA, not only do you get to pay like $100 for the base game, but then they have in-game shops where you purchase skins and stuff. And this one in particular, it seems to have a season pass. It's got a season pass, despite the fact that it's a single-player game. You can't make this up. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm willing to bet there's an online-only component as well. Again, single-player game, right? It's got Denuvo. It's got like another one as well. It's got like anti-piracy softwares that people complain about because it has been revealed it lowers your frame rate and it does all of this other stuff. Again, every single bad business practice from AAA stuffed into one game. What else do we got? Oh yeah, the community manager, racist as fuck, from the benches of the academia, from the benches of the gender studies, of course, doesn't like white men, covets our wealth though, really likes the white man money, doesn't like the white man himself for some reason. I don't know, I wish I would have a doll and go like, where, show me on this doll where the white man touched you. Like her tweets are all over Twitter. Like, just like for no reason whatsoever. She's just sitting on a chair all day and like, white man, blah, 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 blah. And she works in this industry, right? Like again, every single bad decision, right? Like, and finally, this is what really boggles my mind. This is what boggles my brain. You're not allowed to talk about it, right? Like, if you're talking about it, you're not a serious person. But the Californian Manjaw Industrial Complex strikes again with this game. And everyone is like, oh, why are you talking about this? Why? So like, if you buy a car and the car looks like shit, you can't talk about it, right? If you buy a refrigerator and it looks like a fucking triangle and you just can't fit it in with the rest of the furniture, you can't talk about it. But when it's a video game, you're not supposed to talk about the aesthetics? In 2024, like, I got a new graphics card so I can see the Manja Industrial Complex at its finest. No, I'm going to say, no, it looks like shit. It absolutely looks like shit. There is absolutely no reason for the female character to look like that. It looks unappealing. You know, until I see you with her face on your t-shirt, I won't shut the fuck up. It is a legit criticism. If you buy a painting and it looks like shit, you can say, yeah, well, no, that painting is awful. Why is it that when it's a video game, and it seems to be the beauty benchmark standard for California in 2024, you're not allowed to criticize it? Of course I can criticize it. If it doesn't look sexy, cool, or funny, it looks like shit. And by the way, like, there's people now on Twitter that are constantly showing off Ripley. And they're saying, oh, well, Ripley had a strong jawline. Is she a man? Ripley, I know this may be shocking, and this can come as a big surprise to your American mindset. Ripley is a human being, right? Stop comparing people with cartoon fucking characters. Artists can draw literally whatever they want. Why would they choose to draw something that the market keeps telling them, yay? It doesn't matter if beauty is subjective. There are ways you can draw that no one complains. Like, for instance, when it comes to Nikkei, no one complains about Eleg. There is not a single customer that I know who complains about Eleg. So why do you go out of your way to just antagonize customers? Why are you doing these bad business practices? And again, I already explained, if they were to make cool female characters like they used to, they wouldn't have to do all these bad business practices. They wouldn't have to charge you $120 because they could actually sell merchandise. They could sell dakimakuras and figurines and keychains and caps and all the other stuff that South Korean games are doing. Like when it comes to Stellar Blade, they're already having this Stellar Blade action figure. I think it costs around $100. Almost sold out. Right? So like they're making money on the side. They're getting more money than the video game itself by selling merchandise because their female character is beautiful. Who's going to buy the man-jaw? No one is going to buy the man-jaw. And again, they're fixating on the man-jaw. It's not just the man-jaw. It's the small breasts. It's the lack of hips. Like all of these things put together make for an unappealing female character. And the thing is, like, sure, you can have like one character that looks like that, but it seems to be the benchmark now. It seems to literally be the standard, and I have to pay $120 for it. Because it's not an actual woman, it's a product. Like, you have an artist that doodles that on a piece of paper. It's a fucking cartoon, and you're asking $130 for it. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. And they give me the digital art book. Why? So I can use it as toilet paper? Wipe my ass with it? There's absolutely nothing here that I would want to check years from now. Like, if you have the Warcraft 3 art book, that's something interesting. Like, now you can see, oh, look, I got the Warcraft 3 art book. No one else does. It's a reality. Nowadays, it's like, who cares? You think 5 years from now, people will be like, oh, I got the Star Wars Outlaws digital art book. You want to see it? No. And to add insult to injury, they're also botting, right? They've been caught botting. They're pushing this game with bots, and for some reason, no journalist is talking about it. When you give negative reviews, oh my god, review bombing, oh, toxicity in the industry, oh, toxicity. They never talk about, game devs being toxic to gamers, or community managers being toxic to gamers. Apparently, no, that's the benchmark, that's the industry standard. If you don't despise gamers, they probably don't even hire you as a community manager. So no, all the criticisms are legit. They keep saying that this is hatred. I don't know. I agree with Asmongold. It should be more. More rather than less. It's called customer feedback, dumbass. Like, there isn't hatred directed towards the person. It's the hatred directed towards the product. Hating a product, last time I checked, is okay, unless the left is now pushing for this interesting new type of cyberpunk capitalism where you're not allowed to hate products from companies. Like, maybe this is a new thing that the left is pushing. We're experiencing, I guess, new frontiers when it comes to human interaction. That if there's a product, you're not allowed to hate it. They're going to have a difficulty doing that, especially deprogramming me from doing it, because I personally value my money, I value my cash, and when I see someone asking $120 for this is fucking insulting. Oh, and by the way, another thing, they got like a mission which is actually locked with the game, so like when you download the game, you have it, but you can't play it unless you spend the extra money. It's the Custom Runner bonus pack, I think. It's just like every single bad business practice. They haven't missed one. I don't think there is a single bad business practice that AAA did that they missed. Maybe like harvest data from you. Like maybe that is something that they're not doing. But I don't know for sure. I would have to check. Right? They don't install a spyware to harvest your data and then sell it to third party like Facebook does. I'm not sure if they are or aren't. It's a gray area. But I'm willing to, give them the benefit of the doubt. Why? I don't know. I'm just charitable today. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.